system for it.
Right, now let me start again. So we are going to learn about partnership. So as I said, partnership is about more than one person running the business. So what is different in this account? Just a few stuff. The first thing is capital. You don't have one person bringing in capital. There's more than one. If there's two person bringing in capital, you'll have two capital accounts. Okay? If there's three people bringing in capital, there will be three capital accounts. Depends on the number of people having in the partnership. Okay? Now, the second part we need to do is to find how much profit each person takes away. Correct? So, if I am the partner with another person, how much he gets, I get. It depends on so many things we're going to look at. Now, let's look at this. So, the process is the same. We will start with documents and then we transfer these documents to
Manager.
where do we transfer? We transfer to journal, right? So, book of write entry, and then from here where do we transfer? Do not write 100% concentration, please. So from here we will go to three account, correct? We do all the ledgers, and from ledger we will transfer to trial balance. We do adjustments, and then adjusted trial balance, and then we're supposed to prepare income statement, right? But we don't. We won't prepare income statement. But after this should be SOFP, isn't it? But in partnership, we do not prepare SOFP yet. We will prepare something called appropriation account. Appropriation account, then we prepare SOFP. Now, what is an appropriation account? Appropriation account is where we see how much profit each partner takes home. Now, for us to do this appropriation account, there's two things you have to see. First, is there a partnership agreement? Okay. I think Partnership Agreement Act 1963. Now, what does this say? Let's say I'm going partnership with Michael, right? Now, Michael says, okay, I'm bringing in 100,000. I say, no, I don't have that much of money, I'm bringing in 50,000. Is it fair that we share the profit equally?
No.
No, because he brought in more money. So what will happen is he will have a more profit share than me. Maybe you say, okay, you take 60%, I take 40%. Got it? So this is in this agreement, this is where you will state all this. Are we going to have any? What is the share of profit? Alright? Now, there's another thing called interest on capital. Now, what is interest on capital? You see, if I were to keep this money in the bank, I would have earned some money, right? Now, instead of having the money in the bank, I'm putting it in this business. So, the partners may expect some interest payment for their capital. Got it? Now, it's totally up to the partnership, yeah? They can say, no need interest on capital. We don't want that. So, who agrees on this? The partners. Is there a law saying you must do this? No. But you must write a partnership agreement. Got it? And another thing is interest on drawings. Now, what is interest on drawings? Interest on drawings is whenever you take drawings out of the business, you pay an interest. Why do we have that? Why partnership wants to say this? This is to discourage them from taking out too much money out of the business. If he takes up too much, then he ends up paying more interest. Got it? And finally, there would be salary. Salary, right? So some partner we call them as a sleeping partner. Sleeping partner is he's just going to dump in the money and he's not going to do any of the job in the business. Alright? It's just that, hey, I'm just pumping in the money. Okay? There are partners who say, no, we work together. Then both of them will take the salary. But if there's a partner, some of them, they say, no, I'm just pumping in some money, I'm not going to do the work or run the business. So, the person who's running the business will be able to take up some salary. It's only logic, he's putting in the effort, right? So, this is also discussed in the partnership agreement. Okay? And one last thing, interest on loan. Sometimes, partnership can give loan to the business. Instead of taking a bank loan, the partners themselves can give a loan to the business. So now instead of paying interest to the bank, you guys have to pay interest to the partner. You set up what is the percentage also. Got it? So these are in the partnership agreement you must write all this. Okay? Now, what happens if there's no partnership agreement? So they said no need partnership agreement. Now, when there's no partnership agreement, the Partnership Act, the law says profit must be equal share profit. Okay? Interest on capital, no interest on capital. No interest on drawings. Alright? No salary. Interest on loan will be 5%. Okay? If the partnership decide not to have any agreement, this takes place. The law says this. If you want to have an agreement, you can set it in any way. So in exam, sometimes they may say that the partners do not have an agreement. So immediately you know you don't have all this. Okay? But most of the time they tell you that partners agree to share profit 20-80 or in the ratio of 3-3-2, something like that. And then they tell you the interest on capital is this, blah, blah, blah. Alright, then you start doing it. Using this information, you start doing the appropriation account. Once you finish your appropriation account, before you can do SOFP, there's one more special account you have to do. Current account. Okay, what is a current account? Current account is capital accounts baby. That's all. Okay, capital account is where you show money coming in, right? Right. How much each partner has invested in the business, isn't it? So, current account will show all this information. This is also part of the capital account. But you don't want to mess up the capital account to put all this information. You keep it separate. So that when you open the account, you know, oh, capital, this much of the capital has been invested. So you keep a small current account separately to record all this information. Okay, so far? Okay, now how does an appropriation account look like? Normally we do in the form of a statement. We start from net profit. Net profit, whichever, where do we get this net profit from? From your income statement. Then you would add interest on drawings. Now why would you add interest on drawing? Because the business is going to get this, right? Right? So the business amount in the money in the business will increase or decrease? Increase. So it's an income for the business. So you will have interest on drawing. How would you do? Let's say there's two persons A and B. Percentage times the amount they drew. You get the answer. Alright? So you put here. You add the mark here. Okay, this is the only thing that you add in your appropriation account. Alright? Then less interest on capital. Same thing, A and B. You minus them. Then you have salary, right? So you minus salary. Let's say only A gets the salary. So the information you get here. Right? The information you get here, this is the amount of profit available to share partners. So this is what we call as profit available to partners. Okay? So what we do profit sharing after that. Profit share A and B, which amount? That amount, right? Times it by whatever the percentage they are sharing. Okay? So where does this amount come from? This is the amount. Okay? So you should get something like this. Equal. There you go. Okay? appropriation account is that?
How are we going to learn the shareholders? Is it the same with shareholders?
No, shareholders is for limited companies. We have not done limited companies.
So how are we going to learn?
Of course we are going to. Of course, there's also in your syllabus. But now let's concentrate only on partnership. Think about shares later. Okay? Looks okay? Not so bad, right? You do it once or twice, it gets easy. Guys, apart from manufacturing, partnership appropriation is also a big mark question. You nail this, you can go, you really can do well in this class. Okay? Now, what we do after appropriation, I say current account, right? And current account is a capital accounts baby. It's just that you want to keep in whatever information in your current account here. So, because of that, it's going to increase on your credit side, decrease on your debit side. So, now this is whose account? Partners, right? So, if this is A, we're going to write A. Partners account, right? Now, interest on drawing is going to increase the current account or decrease the current account? What do you think? Interest on drawings. Decrease, right? Because owner's money is going to go down. He's paying. So interest on drawings will be here. Drawings will be here as well. Interest on capital here because he's going to gain something, the partner. Salary would be here, right? And you would also have profit share. The amount of profit that you have been sharing, right, comes here. Alright, now if you notice, I did not put interest on loan here on the appropriation account. Why? Interest on loan is a business. The loan has been given to the business, right? It's not to one particular partner. It's given to the business. This will be recorded in income statement as a normal interest on loan, right? Under the expenses. So that's why it doesn't appear in your appropriation. But who gave the low interest? The partner, right? So this is an income to the partner. Interest on loan. And then you do your balance carry down as usual. And then bring it down. There. That's it, your current account. Where do you put this current account? In your as a FP, under capital. After you write your capital account, you write your current account. Yes, begin.
Actually, we're doing for this person A, right?
Yeah.
For the person B also we put
We
same
do.
amount.
No, depending on the amount here.
For the interest on loan.
No, if A has given the interest, then only A gets the interest. Let's say B gave the interest, B. Depends on who gave the interest. Now, we can combine, we can do two separate accounts for A and B, but we can also combine and do it in one T account. Okay? There's too much information right now. I don't want to write them because I did the entire thing so that I can record them. When you revise, it will be easier. Okay? Yes?